Apple's new M4 MacBooks are getting insane hype right now. I get it. Every tech site is singing their praises, and Apple's marketing makes you feel like you need that shiny upgrade. But hold up, before you drop a ton of cash in an M4 MacBook, let me show you better buys for each M4 model. That's right, for every new M4 MacBook Apple offers, there is an alternative that gives you equal or better bang for your buck. I'm talking about saving money and getting similar or even superior performance. The M4 MacBook Air is Apple's latest ultra-portable laptop. It's thin, it's fanless, and aimed at students, freelancers, basically anyone who needs a light travel laptop. It's got that slick design and long battery life, and Apple will tell you it's the perfect everyday notebook. But here's the problem. For most people, the M4 Air isn't a smart buy. Why? Because it's only a tiny upgrade over the previous Air, which you can get over $200 cheaper. Apple is charging a premium for the M4 chip, yet in real life, it's maybe a few seconds faster in apps. You're paying hundreds more for bragging rights, not a dramatically better experience. Instead of splurging on the M4 Air, the M3 MacBook Air from last year is a much better value. It has the same design and battery life, and the M3 chip already flies through everyday tasks. The difference in speed between M3 and M4 in day-to-day use is barely noticeable, but the difference in prices. You can often find the M3 Air at a discount now, and it'll save you a good chunk of money while giving you 90% of the performance. Unless you do very demanding work, an M3 Air will feel just as fast opening apps, streaming 4K video, editing photos, all the usual stuff for a lot less cash. And if you're open to Windows laptops, check out the Asus ZenBook 14 OLED Copilot Plus Edition. This thing is an awesome alternative. For a noticeably lower price even than the M3 Air, you get a stunning 14-inch OLED screen that makes Apple's IPS look a bit dated. It also comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM standard, just like the M3 and M4 Airs, and a fast new Intel Core Ultra chip with a built-in AI engine. That means it's ready for Windows Copilot and other AI features out of the box. It's not Apple Intelligence, but just as useless. The ZenBook is super portable like the Air, but you're getting a richer display, more storage, and cutting-edge features. It's perfect for students or professionals who want premium hardware without Apple's premium price. Unless you are married to macOS, the ZenBook 14 OLED will give you an equally smooth, fast experience for better value. Let's talk about the 14-inch M4 MacBook Pro, the base model with the regular M4 chip. Honestly, this one has me scratching my head. Apple basically took the Air's brain and stuck it in a MacBook Pro body. Sure, you get the mini LED XDR display and some extra ports, but performance-wise, it's barely different from the M4 Air, yet its price awkwardly high, living in this weird zone between the Air and the real Pros. For most folks, it just doesn't make sense. My advice, skip the base 14-inch Pro altogether. If you were considering it, either stick with the M4 Air and keep a few $100 in your pocket, or if you truly need Pro features, jump to an M4 Pro model. The base 14-inch with M4 is kind of a neither here nor there device. Too expensive for casual users, not powerful enough for true pro users. Apple basically created a trap for upsells here, so don't get caught in it. The M4 Air gives you the same performance for less money and lighter weight. For a Windows alternative that blows the base M4 Pro out of the water, check out the 2025 Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. This is a beastly 14-inch laptop that shows how much more you can get for similar money. It comes with an AMD Ryzen 9 and an NVIDIA 4070 GPU. This thing smokes the M4 chip, especially for heavy tasks like gaming, 3D modeling, or video editing. Yet it's still fairly sleek and portable for what it packs. The G14 has a high refresh rate screen, and it's built really well. At around the price of that base MacBook Pro, you're getting a true high-performance machine. Of course, it runs Windows, but if that's not an issue for you, the G14 offers far more power and versatility than a 14-inch M4 MacBook Pro. It's the kind of laptop that can be your work machine by day and gaming rig by night. something the base M4 MacBook Pro could never dream of doing. Every laptop on this list is powerful enough for almost any task. That's 100% true. Still, there are jobs most people would never tackle solo, like hosting a website. It demands tons of compute and storage, the setup is tricky, and the payoff often isn't worth the hassle. Instead, grab a WordPress hosting provider that delivers results with real guarantees. My pick, Kinsta, sponsor of today's video. The first thing I notice is the speed. With most WordPress hosts, page load times feel like a lottery. On Kinsta, every site I migrated over loads over 3 times faster than on competing plans. Pair that with a 99.9% uptime guarantee, and your site basically never goes dark. If something does wobble in that 0.1% window, support crew of actual humans is ready to jump in. No chatbots, no nonsense. On a pure UX level, Kinsta nails it. The dashboard is straightforward, so you don't need deep tech chops to unlock its full potential, and for bragging rights, Kinsta is rated the #1 hosting provider for WordPress sites on G2, beating out 367 other hosts. Hit the link in the description to give Kinsta a try. My link scores you the first month free on select plans plus 30-day money-back guarantee. Enjoy. Alright, next up is the 14-inch M4 MacBook Pro base config. Now we're talking about the model with the M4 Pro chip, the one a step above the plain M4. On paper, it sounds impressive. The new chip, more GPU cores, etc. And yes, it's powerful, but here's the kicker. It's only a minor upgrade from the previous M3 Pro MacBook. Apple's generational jumps are getting smaller, and this M4 Pro is maybe, 10% faster in real-world use. If you're rendering huge videos or compiling big projects, you might notice a few minutes saved. But for most of us, the difference is barely there. Meanwhile, Apple wants you to pay top dollar for it since it's the latest and greatest. The smarter move? Go for a binned M3 Max MacBook Pro if you can still find one. That machine is more than the M4 Pro base model, and you can likely get it at a discount now. It has the same mini LED display, same build, same everything. Just a slightly older chip that still kicks butt. In day-to-day work, you won't feel a difference, unless you absolutely need that last inch of performance or some very specific M4-only feature. The M3 Max MacBook Pro is the better buy within Apple's lineup here. If you're willing to venture outside the Mac ecosystem, the Alienware 16X Aurora is a monster Windows alternative to the M4 Pro, a 16-inch gaming laptop with an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor, that's a 24-core chip clocked up like crazy, and an NVIDIA 5060 GPU plus 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 2TB SSD. Essentially, it's a portable powerhouse. Now, the 5060 isn't NVIDIA's top tier, but it's still very capable for pro workloads and gaming alike. For roughly the price of a 14-inch M4 Pro MacBook, this Alienware gives you tons of memory, storage, and a whole lot more GPU muscle. Sure, it's chunkier and shorter on battery life, but if raw performance per dollar is your priority, the 16X Aurora delivers in spades. It's perfect for power users who don't mind Windows 11 and need serious performance for things like CAD, heavy coding, or high-end gaming. Finally, let's tackle the 14-inch M4 Max MacBook Pro, Apple's flagship laptop. This thing is an absolute beast. It's the one loaded with the M4 Max chip, which means the highest core counts, best graphics Apple can offer, lots of unified memory, the works. It's the laptop for extreme users. Video editors handling 8K footage, developers running VMs, 3D artists, you name it. If any MacBook can replace a desktop, it's this one. But you knew a but was coming. The price to performance ratio is way out of whack. Apple charges a small fortune for the 14-inch M4 Max. We're talking several thousands of dollars. And yes, it's fast, but is it that much faster to justify the cost? In many cases, no. Once you spec it out with decent storage and RAM, you could be near $4,000, and at that point, you have to wonder if it's really worth it for a laptop. Now, within Apple's world, there's actually no real cheap alternative here. If you truly need Mac OS and that level of power, you're kind of stuck paying the Mac tax. There's no older MacBook that competes at this tier, because last year's M3 Max models aren't even close in performance to the M4 Max models, so you're stuck with Windows here. The one real competition in this space is the Acer Predator Helios 18. This is a huge 18-inch gaming laptop that's basically a desktop replacement. For around $3,000, you can get a Helios 18 with an Intel Core Ultra 9 and a 5080 GPU with 16 gigabytes of memory, plus 32 gigabytes RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD. That setup is an absolute tank. In tasks that can use the GPU heavily, like 3D rendering, machine learning, or of course gaming, an RTX 5080 will straight up smoke the M4 Max's integrated graphics. The Ultra 9 chip is also a multi-core monster that can rival or beat the M4 Max. The point is, for less than Apple's 14-inch MacBook M4 Max, the Predator Helios gives you a bigger screen, desktop class parts, and performance that in many cases outmatches the MacBook. Now, it's not as portable or quiet. This thing is heavy and the fans will roar under load, and the battery life is a fraction of what a MacBook gets, so it's not a true apples to apples comparison, pun intended, but if you just need raw power at a better price, the Helios 18 shows how far your money can go in the PC world. The takeaway is simple. Think before you buy. Apple makes fantastic laptops, but they're not magic. In many cases, last year's Mac, or even the year before, will serve you just as well for a lot less money. And if you're willing to go outside the Apple bubble, there are Windows laptops that offer equal or better performance for a lower price. The key is to match your laptop to your actual needs and get the best value while you're at it. I hope this guide opened your eyes to some alternatives and help you figure out what's best for you. If it did, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe for more honest tech guides. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you in the next one.